Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Sorcerer Dave. Welcome to this Let's Play of a sorts with a studio audience on Twitch here of Control. I don't know very much about this game at all, other than people say it's very good. And I did play like the opening 10 minutes of it on my Switch. I got the demo for the cloud version of it. And decided I didn't fancy the cloud version because it's like streaming it to the console instead of actually playing it on the console, which meant that the visuals were all pixelated and it was like you're watching a low-quality live stream, like one of mine, for example. And I didn't fancy it, but I was really intrigued by the game itself. So the demo timed me out after 10 minutes, and I was like, do you know what? I think I should get this on PC, and I did. I got the Ultimate Edition on Steam, and we're going to play it now. So, don't know what's in it. Don't know what the game's really about. I've got a kind of vague idea of what it's about, but not really, though. So obviously no spoilers, if you please. And let's crack on with it, shall we? If you're watching on YouTube, hello. Thank you for joining us. Hi, YouTube, says Argandith. Yep, say hello to YouTube, everybody. Let's Play Control is filmed with a live studio audience. Exactly. Right. Oh, it's going to keep switching me from mouse to controller, isn't it? Every time I nudge the mouse. Can I do the thing that Assassin's Creed lets you do, where you just tell it specifically, I want to use the controller and nothing else? Oh, look at this, by the way. Mute copyrighted music tick box. I love you, developers. I love you so much. I love you so much. Thank you for putting that in. I don't know if I can actually do anything like that. Mouse and keyboard. Controller. Assist mode. Nah, we'll just live with it. It's fine. It's fine. Just drank the last of my water. I'm going to have to refill that soon. But anyway, let's crack on. Life hack. Just flip your mouse on its back. Problem solved. Alright, clever clogs. If you say so. Alright, brightness. So the left icon is not visible, the middle icon is barely visible, and the right icon is clearly visible. Alright, sure. Whatever. Speaker system headphones, text language English, audio language English, subtitles yes for the benefit of those of you watching at home. Start new game. Hopefully the audio levels are okay, folks. If they're not, do please let me know and I will turn it up or down as required.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here.
God, my frame rate. What's going on?
Why did you bring me here? Hello? Anyone here?
Alright, that frame rate's pretty rough as a badger's arse, I would say. Okay. Do I have RTX on? Do you know what? I might do. Let's have a look. Try to bring you out of the... I don't have RTX on because I don't think my card supports it, but let's turn ray tracing off for a start. Oh, look at that. Now I'm at 60 FPS. Haha! Curse you, ray tracing. Right, jolly good. Right. It wouldn't be one of my streams without some technical difficulties, would it, I suppose? Dear. I am saving up for a new PC, slowly but surely. This is one of the reasons why. No great rush, though, because, you know, my PC can still run most stuff without too many issues. You just got to turn off the silly features like ray tracing. What do we got here? Prohibited items reminder, open collectibles. Did it mean the back button? I think it meant the back button. Prohibited items reminder, Federal Bureau of Control. Reminder, certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials. Unauthorized weapons, pages, laptops, smartwatches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart. Number 2, pencils. Any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypal concept, e.g. rubber ducks, ketchup bottles. All material under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your supervisor immediately. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, typewriter. Yeah, you're right, exactly. A typewriter. And a very ancient-looking fan and a very old-looking phone as well. It's all analog. Well, I'm getting some bad screen tearing at the moment, actually. Although, luckily, I don't think it's showing up on the stream, so you guys will be fine. It's just a bit ugly at my end. Security check. Remove outerwear, empty pockets, and remove metals. Place contents into bins. When directed by security staff, proceed through the metal detection. Well, there's no security staff around, so... Can we go in here? We can. Internal lockdown in effect. Building lockdown in effect. Multiple containment breaches detected. Multiple building shifts detected. Head of research override. HRA protocol activated. This would be a good point to leave and walk straight back out the door, really. But I suspect our protagonist has her reasons for continuing anyway. Yes, I'm getting a very SCP vibe from it, which is a wonderful thing, so... How's the audio, by the way, folks? Is it alright? I know the game is actually being quite quiet now, but was her dialogue at the right level and stuff? Fine so far? Cheers, Duke. Audio's good. Alright, beautiful. Seek shelter. Well, I guess it's not making any noise, that thing, so I suppose that's maybe good news? Left stick while running to sprint. Jolly good. this say? Our bureau at work. Uh-huh. What's this? Head of Research, Dr. Casper Darling. Director, Zachariah Trench. Uh-huh. What we got over here? It's kind of spooky the way the doors just open like that, you know. Lots of emergency first aid stuff about. Is there a monster living in the toilet? No, but there doesn't seem to be any water in the toilet either. Something up with the plumbing if you're around here, if you ask me.
We're watching you.
Veggie Habsburg, thank you very much for subscribing. Happy belated Turkey Day. Indeed, happy belated Thanksgiving to all of you American folks out there. I am quite jealous of your turkey feasts you've been having.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
Okay, so she's been looking for these people, yeah, so she's not worried about any crazy lockdown signs on a computer screen. Anything in here? Can we crouch to get under this or something? If we can, I don't know how. Man, the screen tearing is kind of nasty, actually. I'm just going to check if I can... Sorry about this. If I can flick on VSync and fix it. Tend not to use VSync by default because sometimes it can cause you other issues, but yeah, that's sorted it right out. Brilliant. My controls are slightly more sluggish now, but I can live with it. Is there a frame rate cap, actually? That usually sorts it out, too. I usually cap it at 60 because my monitor won't display anything higher than that. Doesn't seem to be anything. Eh. Alright, whatever. Oh, that's a window. That's not actually... It looked like an open doorway. It's a very clean window, alright? In my defense. Interesting. All the food is in blank packets with just the name of the food on it. Probably per the instructions in the note we read earlier. Like, you can't have a packet of Walker's Crisps in there because it's sort of vaguely iconic. Huh. I can tell this is one of those games where I'm going to be sitting here scrutinizing every single detail. And I'm probably going to end up playing it very slowly, so apologies if you're watching at home and that frustrates you to no end. What's on here? Can we read any of this? Nah, too small. Hello, look at that. Again, all analog. All analog and very old as well. Okay, that one's lit up. Seek shelter. Are there two more ominous words in the entire English language? Let's see. Correspondence security order. And I've pressed the wrong button again. Federal Bureau of Control, attention all redacted. Redacted, a shark in his redacted, although secure redacted, permission to redacted, following basic protocol redacted, shoot to kill redacted, good luck. Okay. What's this, an SCP document? Yeah. Wearing the influences on the sleeve a bit, I think. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Cabin in the Woods was kind of the same. R4 reports reminder. There's a smudge on my screen. I've been painting at my desk a lot lately for 40k stuff. And there's a smudge on the screen where some shade wash splashed on there. And I need to rub it off with some alcohol wipes. But I haven't done it yet. And every time I move the camera around, then it sort of... the smudge is highlighted against a light-coloured floor in the game. It makes me jump out of my bloody skin because it looks like there's a thing moving across the floor. Oh, dear. R4 reports reminder. Federal Bureau of Control. Hello. As you should all know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request form R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under section 75.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darling, Ms. Marshall, Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Kirkland, as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Best, your admin team. Okay. Sorry about the mouse occasionally popping up. Even though I've got the mouse turned upside down on my desk, for some reason it still occasionally seems to activate somehow. Obviously we've got someone down the hall here.
Hello?
Oh, hello. I'll talk to you in just a moment. What's in here? Some weird orange canisters with something written on them. Federal Bureau of Control, okay. And a photo of a cowboy? Okay. Painting of some cowboys.
Hey, excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, you have no helmet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, you halot.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it.
Ooh.
No face.
Spooky.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
I was about to say, he's not weird, he's just Finnish. But then he did that. The low frame rate is noticeable anyway. Hang on a minute. Yeah, it is. Oh, okay, that's weird. I've just noticed that. Yeah, look at that. See, it's not doing that in my game. It's not doing that in my game, but it is doing it on the stream. That is peculiar. All right, let's fix that, shall we? Okay. So that is, yeah, that should be better now. Yeah, for some reason VSync. See, this is what I mean. This is why I don't turn on VSync by default usually, because it all causes all sorts of problems. Because it actually fixed the screen tearing on my monitor, but it made it all weird and laggy for you guys. So, yeah. Apologies for that, folks. I did not notice on the stream preview. Actually, the frame rate's just a bit low in general when I'm looking in that direction for some reason. It's kind of weird. See if we can't fiddle with it a little bit more. Let's see. What can we lower a bit? I'm not too fussed about having the best graphics, honestly, so. Volumetric lining, shadows. Shadow resolution I can turn down a bit. Shadows are always a big culprit, aren't they? Screen space and right, turn that off. SSAO off. Off. Global reflections on medium. Right. Try that on for size. I think that's a bit better. There we go. Jolly good. We're on an old tablet at the moment, which is about 30 seconds behind the stream. Just pause and unpause the stream. That should catch you up. Proceed deeper into the bureau. Hello, I'm back out here again. What the devil? Oh, I see how it's going to be, game. Okay. My sense of direction is bad enough without you doing this sort of thing, game. I feel like I should be paying close attention to all these paintings that are about the place. Oh man, this goddamn screen tearing. I will have to live with it because otherwise
The poster.
It'll go weird on the stream for you guys.
I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
A title sequence, which is eerily quiet, I suspect, because I've got the copyrighted music muted. Which is a bit of a shame, but I'm afraid I think it has to be done. It's spookier this way. You're right, it is a bit.
Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Is Control a horror game? I don't think so, not really. I'd probably be more accurate to describe it as a thriller. I can hear an alarm thing. Hello, we got... Well, we had some magazines. I've now knocked them all over the floor. Well done. What have we got here? Missions. Welcome to the oldest house. Jessie Faden arrives at the oldest house, the headquarters of the Federal Bureau of Control, to look for answers to the mysteries of her childhood. Approved terminology reminder. Reminder RE, drafting any public-facing material. While penning any notifications of death related to the Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines. Words/phrase to use. In the service of his/her country, regret, proud/pride will be remembered. Words, phrases to avoid. Alaska, scissors, blood/bleed, loss, apology/sorry.
I have prepared a place for you.
Sir Malf, hello, sir. Speaking of Finland, how are you guys doing? Welcome to the stream. So Malf is a streamer on Twitch, just like my good self, and he has a YouTube channel and has done for a very long time. I think he's been doing Twitch and YouTube possibly even longer than I have, actually. I definitely recommend checking his stuff out. What were you guys playing? The whole of Finland has arrived. Yeah, well, you're finished as well, aren't you, Duke? So. I suppose we can turn this alarm off. There's a newspaper there. The Bureau. I guess they have their own newspaper. Interesting. Wait, see, this one's making noises. The other one was just lit up and making no noise. What do we have here? Okay, it's like a keycard type thing, I guess. Baldur's Gate 3 today. Oh, nice. What do you think of it? I don't think I'm going to be doing anything with it until it's out of early access myself, but I've seen a bit of it. It does look really interesting. Office rules of conduct. Speak in moderate volume, no personal calls, no food or drink around the bureau documents or the copy room, no using the photocopier for personal projects, and there's a little bit handwritten there. I just can't read it, it's too small. Wear access badge at all times, no discussing confidential objects out loud, or subjects or object, whatever that is. The one to finish the coffee pot makes a new one. Is there anything else for me to pick up around here? Ooh, hello. What's this? Is that a stapler or an altered item? Don't take office equipment outside of the building. I'm now immediately terrified of every single telephone and typewriter in this room. It's not Baldur's Gate, but Divinity Original Sin 3. Yeah, I mean that's fair. That's what a lot of people seem to be saying about it. For my part, when I watched a bit of it, it seemed to remind me more of Neverwinter Nights than it did Baldur's Gate. As far as I know, it has nothing to do with the story of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 either, so calling it Baldur's Gate 3 seems to have been purely a marketing thing, which is a bit of a shame. But, you know, I'm just happy they're making games based in the D&D system and the Forgotten Realms again, honestly. I think that's a wonderful thing, because I love all those games from back in the day that were set in the Forgotten Realms. I missed them. It's nice to see Wizards of the Coast licensing their stuff out again. What do we have here? Non-official. Trench, do not disturb. Barbara, I'm not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day. The rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara, not a single one. Trench. He's the director, right? According to the painting, anyway. The Remembered Realms now, yes. Haha. Also, I think that door might have slammed shut in front of me and I just wasn't noticing at all. Because I'm paying too much attention to minutiae. Central Executive is that way. Can we go through? Nope. Apparently not. What's this? Emergency phone. Push for help. Yes, I've pretty much just started. Right at the beginning.
Shit.
Toggle map.
You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
Oh, it's a funky thing in the air guiding us towards it. You see that? Also, we have a map, apparently. Look at that. I will pick it up, but I want to look around first.
Something's outside. Was coming here a mistake?
Got here. Some documents, more of those weird orange canisters. Rolls of film, I'm guessing? A photo of someone holding a baby. Certificate, Zachariah Trench. What does that say? It's proudly presented to Zachariah Trench. I can't read what for, though. Alright.
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
Okay. You love IRL videos and games? Yes. Totally agree. Okay. If you're listening to this more than watching it right now, I apologize. There's some... every time you hear that weird noise, there's some subtitles coming up on the screen, spouting out some seeming gibberish. You may want to pay attention for the minute. Because I know how it is. I listen to streams more than watch them sometimes. I'm not judging. Hi. Melee Y, okay. Hello, thing. Can we talk about this? I guess not.
The same gun. Okay, now I have a gun.
How have I been? I've been good. Thank you for asking. Fire the service weapon. Okay. Doesn't appear to have ammo, but it does have a little sort of thing that recharges. Do you know what? That's just fine with me. Sometimes ammo in games can be annoying. I can see why there's an aim assist option in the options menu. I'll try my best to work without it. I prefer playing with a controller when I get the opportunity, you see, rather than mouse and keyboard. So my aim is going to be rubbish, I'm afraid. Seems to be more an eldritch thing imitating the concept of a gun. Yes, definitely seems to be something like that. On the bright side, we have all the ammo I could possibly need, so... That is a really satisfying melee effect, I've got to say. I would almost prefer to just do that. Whoa, hello. Ignore me. They've got guns now. Or gun-shaped appendages. Enemies drop health elements when damaged. That's what the sparkly things are. I was beginning to wonder if that was just a graphical glitch.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
You're a bit tapped, lady. Quite frankly, guys, I just need to close the curtains. It would take a second. Like a true lazy man, I have a long stick here that I can reach over and close the curtains with instead of having to get up and do it. For occasions just such as this one. There we go. Alright, we have a map. As explained previously, did we get some new collectibles there? Yeah, I thought we did. Multimedia, objects of power. Right, that's the presentation thing you watched. Case files, service weapon. Hello. Service weapon, OOP1-KE. Containment procedure. No unique procedures required. Description / para-utility. The object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to redacted. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of redacted, but probably says something like director of the Bureau, I'm guessing. The object will determine whether redacted. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by the redacted, though their criteria is unknown. The board, I guess, or the pyramid thing, or whatever it is. This is inspired by SCP. Yeah, it's very influenced by SCP. As far as I can tell, anyway. Background. The object was discovered inside the oldest house, in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis, redacted, many forms throughout history, redacted, Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varanastra, all weapons that redacted of their wielders. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.1 for more details. That's a photograph of Director Trench. So much is expected from the director, the responsibility, the privilege. Oh, jolly good. I see the situation out here is improving.
You can't let this happen. 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 You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror.
Hello?
Away.
Splat goes the head. The thing masquerading as a head anyway. There we go. What was that? We got a collectible thingy. Hiss guard. Field research on Hiss entity. Hiss corrupted security guard. Confidential. Summary. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss guards use the standard issue bullpup rifles they carried prior to corruption, while the armored guards carry pump-action shotguns. They have no observed paranatural abilities, with the exception that certain Hiss guards are protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Is this shielding a result of prolonged Hiss corruption? Does the Hiss mature in organic hosts over time? More data is needed. Did the Hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the Hiss have that level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited to? Combat-trained hosts are reserved for combat? These are all questions for later, though it is obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge on the use of their weapons. Refer to file redacted for full report. Yeah, let's get some of these health jobbies, because my health is only at like 50% there. There we go, that's better. Thought I picked up something there, but I don't think I do. Oh! Look at that! That's interesting. Oh, what's going on with my textures? Uh-huh. Jesse Faden, director. Spooky paintings. Congrats on the promotion, indeed. We are now in executive affairs, apparently.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
Remember to wash your hands. Oh, we've seen a few of those bloody posters recently, haven't we? Your hands can spread the mold. Be sure to wash carefully with soap. Make sure to watch all fingers, nails, palms, backs, wrists. Rinse thoroughly. Yeah. Delays caused by house shifts do not count towards overtime. There's a post-it note on it which says spinning out of control, question mark, and then another one that says yes. Acoustic guitar for sale, $50. Turns out it's pretty hard. If interested, see Greg in maintenance. Reminder to all staff. Food left in the refrigerator in containment break room 3B, has been known to vanish. Plan accordingly. Okay. Please don't bring dogs into the office. Some of us have allergies. Oh. Okay. More of these paintings of cowboys. Hello. Do you mind? Come on, there we go. Yeah, she's taking this all rather well, isn't she? Jesus Christ. Can I crouch? Please, can I crouch? Hello? You alright up there? Sound, computer. That's the first computer we've seen in here, I think, you know? Federal Bureau of Control. Press R3 to crouch. Oh. Tried that earlier and it didn't work. I guess I wasn't allowed in that area. Let's have a look here. Executive meeting minutes. Federal Bureau of Control, agenda items for next executive meeting. Rising costs of AWE response. Update on mold eradication efforts. Upcoming annual salary review. New supplier of coffee filters to be found and vetted. Please come prepared. Thank you for your time. Ooh, what's that booze I see? Huh. Glass doesn't actually shatter when you shoot it. That's kind of cool. Can I, Whoa! Whoa! Okay. I have to admit, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, I seem to have superpowers now. That's certainly interesting. That is so... That environmental destruction is really good, isn't it? Apologies, I think I might have to just sit here destroying stuff for a little bit. This is great. Call me easily impressed, but... It's very satisfying, yeah. I've made quite a mess, haven't I? Okay, that table's indestructible, but I do like the the painting. Okay, what's this?
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
Guys, I think this plant might be an altered object. New office policy, destroy everything, yes. We do have a bit of that good old video game, all the furniture is made of polystyrene and weighs absolutely nothing, don't we? So I'm pretty sure my office chair would not bounce around the room like that if I walked into it. But hey. Gonna go do a Deus Ex and go into the wrong toilets. Oh man, Deus Ex. Put that one on the list of games we desperately need to let's play or stream at some point. Break it. You good idea. I agree, actually. Toilet smash. Whoa. We could seriously wreck this bathroom. There we go. Now it looks more like the men's. It was suspiciously tidy in here. There we go. That's better. Now it's the men's toilets. Okay, so this is what the orange canister things are for. It's like a tube delivery system thingy. And yes, I am hearing that weird chanting voice thing in the background. More floating people. I assume you guys are hearing that on the stream as well. What is Shodan doing in this game? Yeah, you know what? I couldn't put my finger on why it sounded familiar, and yeah, you're right. It's kind of Shodan-ish. System Shock. There you go. Put that on the list as well. Look at all these perfectly lined up desks. Not for much longer! We are redecorating, everybody. I'm the director now. And I find a messy working environment boosts creativity. Joe, the janitor. Yeah, Artie, the janitor, seeing that like, Helvete. I forgot about him. All right. What did we just pick up there? Building shifts. Okay, yep. Correspondence. Dinner reservations. Dinner reservations at 7 p.m. at Chez Ambre. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at lobby reception. Remember, she's turning 46. Okay, that's a person that doesn't perhaps have a particularly amazing relationship with his wife. Gonna run up the desk. I can. Hee hee. I made a little ramp. I'm so pleased with myself. Right. What do we have here? Gosh, that's creepy, isn't it? Can we crack open the vending machine? Sort of. They could just vaporize the contents of it instead. Shelter. Max occupancy 6 persons. Shelter module M72 shelter. ID is G1-002. Protection rating MIL STD 8103. Pretty hefty door. For Marshall's eyes only. Marshall, we checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything. Just like the house fire before this. And the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team's getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort the fake AWEs from the real things. Or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch. Next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Keenum. Why do I feel like those might have been his famous last words? Material house memory. Whatever that is. Emergency supply storage. Open up. Perhaps I should shut that again. It's only polite. Whoa! Okay, I was picking up more stuff. That's what that was. Just saw a thing rushing at me. I was like, ah! Central Executive.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy.
Who is she talking to?
Contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Bit like Last Christmas by Wham, really. I'm guessing that radio plays copyrighted music. That's probably what's happening there. But then you can't tell, can you? Maybe it's a radio that just doesn't do anything, because this game is weird like that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't sing it. Don't do it. Have a thought for your fellow humans who are playing Whamageddon this year. I could shoot these, you know, I'm realizing now, but I'm not sure if I should. That feels like a kind of, oh, you shot the people hanging from the ceiling in the beginning of the game, did you? Well, you're getting the bad ending. What do we have here? How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Let's start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. 1. Are you here to see someone? 2. Are you from New York City or just visiting? Or 3. How'd you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and they'll need to leave. If their answers seem redacted, escort them to a private room. There, perform the Gunnar's psychological assessment. If their responses are within the acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring sheet, then redacted immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious. Radio station you listen to in the van started Christmas stuff in the middle of November. Examination of paranatural topics, urban legends summary. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain redacted, informed by our own redacted, and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially redacted in popular culture using redacted. Our Bureau-made anthology television program. Bureau-made anthology television program. To what TV program is it referring, I wonder? Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore, AWEs that only occur on redacted. A pair of scissors that consume, that's the second time scissors have been mentioned, that consume human redacted through 2 punctures on the redacted. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they are paranatural realities waiting to happen. Refer to file 493-6942 for full report. Is it Neighbours? Let's just copy paste. I mean, I came in through there, didn't I? What about this room? And get something over here. Oh, I'm back in here again with the radio. Right, okay. Got in a big old circle. I think this time that was my fault entirely. Okay, what's anything through there? No. It's that big old inverted pyramid thingy. Oh boy. I really need a grenade. Oh, I didn't mean without the pin. Ranger second class Pulaski. Oof. Ouch. Okay, I'm dead. It's not very forgiving with the old health bar, is it? The pin costs extra. Okay.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss.
Whee!
Going into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy?
Monologuing while shooting. Jolly good. Alright. This guy shouldn't be too hard to beat. I just gotta be careful and not stupid. Gotcha.
Must cleanse control points.
Ooh, weapon mods.
Corrupt. It's ready.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it. Holy shit. You did it. We did it.
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane?
Okay, outfits and fast travel.
Please, talk to me. We saw you deal with the compromised agents.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Director Faden. Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works. Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The Hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the Hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the Hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the Hiss out.
Okay. Curious and curious, said Alice to the cat. Summary. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point in the redacted arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by redacted detection of an unobstructed ping using the redacted within a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or redacted or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be redacted. Refer to file 725-2788 for full report. Something in here about weapon mods, wasn't there? There we go. Headshot boost. Sure. Cleanse the his corrupted agent, right. That would be you.
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Jesse, over here. We need to make a plan, Jesse.
I have no idea what you're on about, chat. This old language stuff. Early 10s, 2000. I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe it's because to me that was like yesterday, but old in very, very big air quotes. Right. Where's she gone? There she is.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it. Listen. The Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time. That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us, or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench. The ghost, or whatever he is. He mentioned something called the hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
Don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs.
Oops.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Okay, so we got options. Right. Okay. This entire game feels like a fever dream, and I'm all for it. Yeah.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay.
I should point out, by the way, folks in chat, I did have to lower the graphics settings quite a bit to play this game at a good frame rate, so you're not necessarily seeing this game at its best right now. You're seeing it so that it actually runs on my slightly outdated computer. Just as a disclaimer.
This trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah. Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this? Got it. Thanks. So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
I really like the facial animations. I know that it's maybe slightly uncanny valley, but like there's a few subtle little expressions there that you can pick up on that sort of change the tone of what she's saying a little bit. It's interesting.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
It's kind of amazing how all these years after Half-Life 2, a lot of games still half-arse the facial animations. Gives you some LA Noire vibes. Yeah, same. syncing off? Is it just me use getting it? I think it might just be you, Ezra. I would, maybe you should refresh the stream or something. Alright, see you, Justina. What is the time? My god, it's 5 o'clock already. Right. Communications department. I'd love to know where that is, but unfortunately we won't until we actually go there, it looks like. However, the weird spirally thing is telling me to go this way, so... and there's also a sign, that helps, I guess.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Ugh. Okay, I've made a right roll mess, but I haven't actually been able to get in. Oh, hello. What do we have over here? Hello, Identical Curve. Personal mod health recovery. Okay. Got a couple of these, actually. Travel costs. Week 83 report. Summary. Visited the following Nevada accommodations. Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In-N-Out, Aztec Court, Sleepy Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, A Plus Lodge. Expenditures, and so on and so on and so on. The minibar has an asterisk. The boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state, but hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Raleigh and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road, Agent L. Hines. It's reminding me of those guys from the Umbrella Academy, that ad, actually. That's such a good TV show. You should watch that if you haven't already. Yeah, the retro style of the offices, I don't think it's an accident, because based on some of the stuff we've read and what have you around here, they don't seem to permit any types of like modern computers and stuff in the building. There was right as we came in at the very start, there was a little memo saying that you can't have any smartphones or smart watches or anything like that inside the building. So this is all clearly quite deliberate, and those are some funny looking mushrooms. I'm just going to ignore that. Just going to walk straight past it. Hello. Achievement get. be having that. What's on the menu? Oh, I can't see it. It's too low res. Oh yeah, no, like any kind of civil service always tend to use woefully out of date software and that, don't they? I know my local GP's office still uses Windows XP because last time I was there, one of the monitors went on a screensaver and it came up on the screen, the XP logo. Because the IT department is the first thing to get cut. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't go in there? Okay, yeah, I definitely shouldn't go in there. It's eating my health incredibly fast. Hello, what's out there? Platforming for the win. Yeah, I still don't have a clearance level, apparently, whatever that is. See you, JB. Oh, Jesus. All right.
It's overpowering here. You don't want me anywhere near it. With you on that.
Okay. My poor health bar. At least there's some... There we go. Yeah, there's a few health bits left over here. Right, where should I go then? Through here, I guess. Into the toilets. Oh, hello. We have new stuff. Unstable area notice. Please be aware, due to recent fluctuations in the nearest control point, this area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. Reference chart. Green equals stable. Yellow is low possibility of unanticipated building shifts. Orange, high likelihood of anticipated building shifts. Red, frequent unanticipated building shifts. Okay. Havana summary. Event summary. An auditory event occurred at the United States Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Redacted deaths were reported, and the outgoing information has been managed. Event response. Bureau agents arrived at the embassy on the same day as the event was reported through federal channels, but were too late to witness the AWE, which is reported to have been redacted. Staff experienced sudden intense vibrations and noise, accompanied by an intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for redacted minutes. No visual phenomena was witnessed. The scene was cordoned off, and the embassy staff were transported to the continental US. After Formula I-9 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. See case file AI-85 for details. Okay. Hiss barrier. The Hiss resonant field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as ways to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. Two methods have been discovered for lowering them. 1. Destroy the multiple current concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity. 2. Destroy the Hiss entities in the area. The resonance fields seem to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Prefer to file redacted for full report. Portrait of... there we go. The only person you should fail is yourself. Zachariah Trench. Okay. So there's clearly something in this area we need to deal with, I guess. in order to get rid of the hiss. What's it? Also more health. Thank you very much. Dead letters. This way, I guess. Okay. What do we have over here? It's very dark, isn't it? Machine God. Come again? I had a dream and I built the thing I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones anyone knows. A new God. This machine will be his body, its heart, his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster and the fans plus the timing belt from my car's engine and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. Praise the Omnissiah! On that note, I will be starting, hopefully, a Let's Play very soon on YouTube of Warhammer 40k Mechanicus, as voted on in the poll I put up on the community tab. Exciting times. Indeed, I'm looking forward to it. I love that game so freaking much. I was amazed by how good it was when it came out. Because you kind of expect these days a 40k game to be rubbish when it comes out, and then that one turned out to be absolutely not rubbish. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloguing the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Real people. Not ordinary people, not normal people. Real people. Interesting. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials. So thank you again. Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. P. Bartwell. Yeah, the soundtrack for Mechanicus is so good that I frequently just play it in a YouTube video of the soundtrack while I'm doing some painting. I just sit there and listen to it. It's so blooming good, and I'm sorry I've just completely destroyed that desk by gently nudging it. Do as you're told, don't eat mold. Even the smallest amount of mold can cause serious harm. Contact security immediately. I wonder if mold is the stuff that was in that shelter that took out half my health bar. Anything in here? Soundtrack's on Spotify. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's really good. Oh, Jesus, what? Seem to have summoned a bunch of dudes. That one had a shield thing. There's another one over there. Ah, there he is. Kindly bugger off now. What's this? Genuinely can't see. It's really dark. Singing fish. Mr. Governor, I called the police, but they never came to my house. I got a problem and you need to send folk to fix it. I got my wife one of them singing fish on the... Oh, Big Mouth Billy Bass. I remember those. Singing fish on the walls. It's not a real fish. It sings when you hit a button. But it's got the devil in it. It flies around at night and sings devil songs. It says a lot of cuss words. The devil got in my house because of the fish, and you got to come handle it. My wife is real upset. When can you come? Sincerely, Dwayne Barr. Yeah, Big Mouth Billy Bass was kind of possessed by the devil, to be fair. Like, that's just a known fact. Let's work hard. His life is in your hands. Everyone's safety depends on you. I'll be having more of whatever this is. I don't know if stealth is a thing in this game. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to give it a try. Also, health. Gimme. Anything in here? Architecture's getting a bit weird. I've already been there. It is very dark. I think it's meant to be dark, because I did adjust the brightness exactly according to the thing. So, apologies if it's very dark and difficult to see stuff in this area on YouTube or on Twitch, folks. I think it's meant to be difficult to see. It's fine on stream. Jolly good. Oh, if I could only aim properly, right? You know what, we're just gonna... Yeah. Cleanse control point. Let's do it. That's better. Still paper floating everywhere, but... Cleanse control points to gain access to fast travel sites throughout the oldest house. Jolly good. What do we have here? Another key card thing that I don't have. Or clearance level, rather. Alright, communications department this way.
Communications. We're on the right track.
We live in the thump sound, yeah. The melee attacks are tremendously satisfying. Welcome to the comms department. We are here to help. If you have any questions, please ask one of our friendly staff. Why do I feel like your friendly staff might be trying to kill me in a moment? Hell, I suspect this guy's probably going to be the little mini-boss in this area or something. Sorry, I didn't pay attention. Was this the men's or the women's? I think it's unisex, in which case, fine. Because if it was the men's... Hello. Bonk! Pneumatics.
Object of power.
Whoa. Reach the object of power to cleanse it. Okay. What's that on the screen? I think I can read. Material undefined reading. Right, I think left thumbstick is sprint, isn't it? Go, go, go! It's a very angry pipe machine, isn't it? Yes. It's not very happy with us. Has anyone been watching Truth Seekers on Amazon Prime, by the way? Vaguely related. Oh, Jesus. Okay, that's destructible. Good to know. You have? Yeah, it's bloody good, isn't it? Oh, Christ, how do I get up there, then? There was a door here, but it's been sealed up. Use your brain, neat Dave. Think about it. Where can we go? There's an upper bit here. Maybe I'm not supposed to be able to get in here yet. I haven't seen the ending yet, so don't spoil it for me, but I haven't watched all of it yet, but I did start, and yeah, I can confirm Truth Seekers is great. You should totally watch it if you can. Oh, yes, there's some stairs here. That would certainly do the trick. Ah, dear. I surprise even myself with my lack of attention sometimes, you know. Oh, God. Oh, goodness gracious me. Right, that was close. Hi. It's one of these bloody poltergeist things from Stalker. That's what this is. I just need to wait for the electric fizzy thing to go past and then shoot it a bunch of times. That's how this works, right? Actually, I still need to look up Stalker Anomaly now that it got brought up in the previous stream, because it sounds kind of fun. Another one for the list. Right, let's have you.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Hold RB to grab highlighted object, RB to launch. Whoa! Oh man, we're gonna have some fun now. Physics-based fun times are just getting started, apparently. Jedi Jesse, yeah. Actually, speaking of Jedi, I need to play Fallen Order at some point. And also, I kind of fancy going back and playing Jedi Academy, because it's been a bajillion years since I played Jedi Academy, and I think it's on sale on GOG at the moment. Throw the thingy into there, which makes this appear. This game is on sale on GOG at the minute. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you see, do consider picking it up. I love that it's on GOG as well. GOG's starting to get some really big games on it these days. I'm loving it. They've got Horizon Zero Dawn on there. They released on GOG very recently. I'm going to pick that up pretty soon. Because after I'm done with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I think I'm going to play Horizon Zero Dawn. That's my plan at the moment, anyway. Oh, there's like a charge for this. So it's interesting. So this weird area we find ourselves in periodically is kind of like a... We're being trained. Well, we can pick up stuff from quite a distance away, can't we? I don't really have to aim it very much. Okay. You were curious about this game? Yeah, so was I. Still am, really. It hasn't revealed much to me yet.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
Okay. I have Horizon Zero Dawn on the PS4, and previously I couldn't get it on PC because it required Windows 10, but I have now upgraded to Windows 10, so it's not a problem anymore. Boosh! Have a sack of whatever that is. Do you know what? Now we can do this. I bet the game's going to really start throwing enemies at us. But I'm liking the rhythm of that. You can shoot dudes, then you run low on ammo, so you pick up something and throw it at them, and yeah. More of it. The more of the mechanics it unlocks, the better the game seems to be getting, honestly. Can I knock this through? I guess not. It's not proper mail delivery procedure. Sorry. Time to die, friend. Sorry, I should have said that in an Arnie accent. Time to die, friend. Really clocked him, yeah.
Someone said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Do these explode? Yes. Guess his time was up. Loving this. If Kilgore's watching this, I bet he's just stopped. Kilgore really hates puns. I can't get enough of them. I can imagine him sat there watching this, just groaning, like, oh no. We have here clearance level 1. Hooray!
This must open the door.
Oh Jesus, what happened to his jaw? Claim control point. Why not? Oh, the voice is getting progressively angrier. It's coming from inside the mail room. Just want to backtrack ever so slightly for a second, because I'm sure I saw another clearance level 1 door around somewhere. Also, I clearly missed some stuff in here. Re-information campaign summary of Willow AWE. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public much less likely to redacted. So, another AWE behind us, and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can stop monitoring redacted, redacted, and redacted for any off-message opinions, but it's looking like we're in the clear. Tomasi out. I knew global warming was fake. I think global warming's even real according to this. They're just using the thing to blame it. They're using it to blame on the whatever happened. I don't know. This is the second time Alaska's been mentioned, you know. What else we got here? Floppy disk. Containment procedure must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. Description / power utility. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.15 for more information. The object is currently bound to Redacted for research purposes. Background. Stolen from a Soviet military base located in Redacted by agents Redacted and Redacted with the CIA. The diskette contained launch codes to Redacted missiles, believed to be reserved for use against Redacted. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. Interesting. Research and protocols. His demolition expert. The Bureau only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. Our demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosives in dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. Hiss demolition experts are the only observed Hiss variations to wield the specially built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track redacted entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. I find it remarkable that the Hiss restrict usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who train specifically for its use. What does this tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. Refer to file Redacted for full report. Hiss Ranger. Summary. The Rangers are the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. Their Hiss corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns. Hiss Rangers utilize these weapons as well as the advanced tactics taught by Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. Hiss Rangers have no observed paranatural abilities beyond some being protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Considering the advanced training the Hiss Rangers are capable of applying to their situation, is it feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree? or is the hiss able to tap into this combat training and utilize it? Further observation is required. Refer to file redacted for full report. Got a thing. More stuff. Hang on a minute. I have a clearance level now. Can I actually read any of this? Guess not. Blinds covering up like a solid wall. Smash? Freaking bomb-proof glass, I guess. I could pull out that chunk of wall and throw it at someone if I wanted. No, this button. I don't think I've been in this room yet, whatever this room here is. I don't want to miss anything. Oh, we have a shelter. Okay. Containing not a lot. Book Club Samson. Book Club Notes for Penny by L. Samson. So I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around almost like a catchphrase got real annoying real fast. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and guns space hippies or a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population using those brainworms, and that space dog fight between those two ace pilots, sign me the fuck up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favourite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. 2 of 5. Originally there wasn't a map? Oh wow. It was a personal mod, wasn't it? Launch efficiency, launch energy boot, and launch energy cost minus 9%. I think I'll stick with the health one for now. Do you know what I have a real hankering for right now? And this has just come out of nowhere, this random craving, but really, really freaking desperate for a Christmas pudding right now. Absolutely gagging for one. Oh, back in here again. Christmas pudding with some brandy butter. Oh. Could murder a bowl of that right now. Stop, you're making me hungry. I know, I'm making myself hungry. Oh, sorry. Okay, I think I'm going in circles right now. I'm just desperate to make sure I don't miss anything, because everything in this game is intriguing to me. I want to see it all, even though I know I probably won't. I'll always miss something. This is me we're talking about. Alright, let's go in here then. Yeah. I was about to say this feels boss fight-ish.
Great.
Hello, Tomasi, you floating asshole. Oh, he's dodging, is he? Oh, I can catch the stuff he throws at me. if I'm very careful, which I'm not being right now, it has to be said. Oh dear. Let's try that again. What flavour? Well, I'm not fussy, really. I do like a toffee Christmas pudding, but I'll eat anything with Christmas pudding on the label. I think we got some mince pies downstairs, actually. That might have to do for now. Hello again. Mancositis fight take 2. God, yes, I do need to play Metal Gear Solid on here as well. It is installed. It's on my desktop, the icon. I look at it every time I turn the PC on. We'll do it at some point, honest. I need to... Ah! God, take cover a bit more, don't I, clearly. Oh, Jesus. Have a fire extinguisher. Have a trolley thing. Oh, I managed to pick up some health from that, thank goodness. I feel the desperate need to be able to, like, do dodge rolls and stuff. But I kind of can't. I need your precious help, thank you. I'm gonna throw a desk lamp at you. Right, where has he gone? Oh, Jesus, hello. Do you mind? This fight's not exactly easy, you know. It's just a smidge challenging. Tea time. What's this? Hey Malcolm, yes, tea time's at 7. I'll see you at the course on Sunday morning. By the way, have you heard about this Tennyson report? Apparently there's a bunch of copies drifting around the office. Trench is looking to get his hands on any information about who wrote it. You wouldn't happen to have heard anything about that, would you? See you on Sunday, Jim. And now, you return to your regularly scheduled boss fight. Ah. Do bigger objects do more damage? I would assume so. I don't think I think they fly a bit slower though, so. Stop switching back to mouse and keyboard game. All right. This dickhead again. Here we go.
Great.
I feel like maybe what I need to do is pick up a couple of things and throw them at him very quickly. Or I suppose I could just try shooting the bastard a bunch of times. That's always an option. Ow. Oh, God. Oh, for pity's sake. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Can I skip this? No. Have a telephone. You rang? I think I hit him with that one. Yeah, I did. Oh, God, get out of the way. Jesus Christ. I feel like I need to observe his movements a bit more closely. Because, yeah, you throw something at him like that, he'll dodge it, but if you... I just need to get closer. Hello, friends. Right on time. I'm just going to stay here behind the pipes of safety. That's what I'm going to do. I see you there. Yeah, you. Hey! I clearly just need to be more cautious. This isn't one of those games where you run around dodging and stuff.
I have a feeling he'll be back.
Quite so much. I'm not playing Dark Souls here.
The hotline should be past the mailroom.
Right. Anything interesting here? I did already pick up some documents in this room. And I'm assuming I keep those, even though I died. Skadoosh. It is quite a system, isn't it? It is a lot of pipes. No email here, yeah, no, exactly. All analog, isn't it? There's clearly something we should be able to do with these later, isn't there? We've seen a few of these, like, sealed up doorways or something out now, haven't we? Let's lead us out here. Alright, we're on an upper level now. However, I think where I really want to be is down there. Alright. What's this? Butt summary. I'm sorry, I'm a child. A spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butt, where I just probably pronounced Butte, isn't it, or something? Where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity, located at Redacted, which had been connected to a total of redacted disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house. Redacted days later found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Butte home's closet disappeared during this incident. His elevated. His elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau para-utilitarians. Some prefer to charge their targets while others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss elevated due to their own talent in the area. Right, yeah, so the way I was supposed to beat him clearly was just by shooting him, and I've dropped my phone. Oops. They do not use any weaponry except their own paranatural abilities. Some Hiss elevated have been seen levitating while strapped into chairs. This is likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording in parapsychology. How are they able to use paranatural abilities? Is it possible that these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption? It is also worth considering that the Hiss resonance can identify and express latent paranatural ability in the individuals it corrupts. Refer to file redacted for full report. Why does it still keep switching to mouse and keyboard, in spite of the fact that I'm not touching either? Very irritating. There's one unread, apparently, still. Why is it? Whatever. Find the hotline object of power. Right, yeah, it's a telephone, isn't it? That's what we're looking for. A red telephone, a Bakelite phone.
Alberto Tomasi, head of comms. The Hiss got him.
Something about that just doesn't seem right. Anyway. Howdy, Chef. Oh, sorry. Hi, Polite Poltergeist. You were already here, weren't you, Chef?
All right, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an altered item will show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Okay. Hotline chamber, here we go.
The hotline can't be far now.
Still don't know what this material is I'm picking up, but I'm going to keep doing it. Ah, that noise I could hear is the phone ringing. According to their testimony, the agents had been transported from the Butte home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino. Right, there was that letter about the other agents who were looking for it, and discovered a room key by performing a ritual, see file MOT01. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside this room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearances of the home's owner and the other locals of Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Why does that ring a bell, Ocean View Motel? I don't know. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in the Butte home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, redacted light cords have been found in the oldest house, located in the redacted and redacted sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly this link operates is redacted, but initial hypotheses center on the Butte AWE as a redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation 24.3 for more details. Tomasi's ID. Multimedia.
All right, take this down. The situation is...
we've already heard this. That's fine. Hotline security log. All visitors must check in. Okay, so it's Director Trench, Bill Everett. I think Carol Bishop was the last one.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream logic. The light switch cord. Door marked with a black pyramid.
Okay. I just realised as well it's interesting that only the director and the custodians have access to this. There's something odd about the janitors in this place. Ocean View Motel and Casino entry point. Catalyst light switch. The law of 3 applies. What's the law of 3? I want to know. Ritual attunement required. Agent must orient an anchor motel to their personal frequencies. Director use only. Disregard of this policy may result in fatal psychic trauma. What? I don't know what I expected there, really. Well, that was a short story, wasn't it? Yes, that was clearly the fatal psychic trauma they were warning us about. Okay, please tell me we don't have to do this fight again. We have to fight some stuff again. Not Tomasi. I'm okay with this. Fighting you guys, it's fun. One of you's got a shotgun, I just heard that. It does give a bit of incentive not to die, yeah. Try and be a bit cautious. Which I'm okay with. Alright, let's try that again. What if I pull it again?
Whoa.
Ah! You have to do it 3 times. Rule of 3.
I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country. On the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them. Like something recognized from a dream.
Tomasi was the hardest fight for you personally? It wasn't. Oh, he wasn't what I would call easy, but once I kind of figured it out, it wasn't so bad. Washington, American Airlines. See America. Welcome to Montana. Texas. Braniff Airways. Alright, well this is all very 70s.
Hello? Anyone here?
Can I smash everything in here? No, I can't. Not allowed. Can't go out there. It is a bit eerie without the music, isn't it? It's suddenly so quiet when the rest of the game is kind of not quiet. There's always some background noise of some sort, and now suddenly it's pretty silent. That did something. That door, did it open this door? I think it changes which doors open, doesn't it? Yep. There we go.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
Right, there was a door with a black pyramid on it, apparently. Casino. Just open that one again. Again, I had to do that 3 times, I think. Rule of 3 and all that. Here it is. And again. Yep. Hotline chamber. Okay. Guess we're about to learn something new. Hotline will allow you to contact extra-dimensional entities. Alright, let's try that again, shall we? Try looking down a bit more often now. Yep. There's a gap there. Oh, you're a bit angry, aren't you? Should I be shooting you? The hotline will allow you to collect contact. How does one use the hotline? Whoa! God! Blimey. Nearly dead. Oh, bother. Oh, it doesn't reset my health when I die. That's interesting. I'm just going to run past you. Or not. Trial and error, the video game. But that's fine. I enjoy the experience of kind of exploring and trying to figure out the completely bizarre and unknown. It's part of the fun, honestly. Hello. I can hear the phone ringing again, so I guess we just need to keep going.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily. People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
I think we just got a bunch of stuff there. Yep. Hotline. Containment procedure. Objects should be inaccessible for use except to the director. Description / power utility. Object is a 1960s era red Bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs redacted. The object allows the director to communicate with the redacted, but I guess that means bored. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.6 for more information. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. Background. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests were run on the object, including redacted and redacted, but its origin remains unknown. Multimedia, that would be hotline video, yep. Okay.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere.
It's almost an exact echo of what she said.
The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in.
Maybe I should watch all of these.
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth. No one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown of fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised? I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a brain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline.
You didn't notice this when you first played the game? Yeah, I'm glad I did, actually. Some juicy info in here.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau.
Right, now we've heard this one.
Something's coming. The whispers growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. A retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau. Everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
Okay, and then there's this one. Alright, that raised more questions than it answered, frankly, but jolly good. Still can't do anything with these, I suppose. Right. Oh, hello. Ah, now I'm the dude up here throwing stuff. Whoa, what was that? Oh, bloody hell, that was a mistake. Give me some health quickly. Flippin' heck. Nearly go. Nearly went and killed myself there. That wasn't very clever. Oh, Jesus, hello. There's a lot of you, isn't there? Oh god, he's got a rocket launcher. Yep, take care of him. Where'd you go? There you are. Ow. just make this jump here? Oh, just about. Whoa, hello. I was about to say, are we finally done? The answer is, hell no. Hell no. Yeah, I see you there. I do believe it is finally over now. Satisfying fight. Yeah, man, the combat in this game is really good. I thoroughly enjoy it. Like how they explode in red dust. Yeah, it's just really satisfying.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy, thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room. There you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight, we'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, I could read all of this, but I'm not sure we have the time. I'm just giving it a bit of a scan. Who wrote this? Report to Darling. Interesting. have here? Another radio that I'm assuming normally plays copyright music. Okay. And we're back down here. Alright. I guess we want to fast travel back to Central Executive or Dead Letters or something. Central Executive probably, if we want to talk to What's-Her-Face, I guess. Speak with Emily, Executive/Boardroom, yeah. It's a great game. Great game. You're on your second playthrough for story clarity because, you know, it's weird. Yeah, fair enough, man. It's definitely feeling like one of those films you sometimes watch that you have to go through a second time to really get the whole thing, which is cool, honestly. Nostalgia department. I've just noticed that. Alright, let's see. Boardroom.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms? The hiss? Sorry. You made it. I'm glad.
Emily? Let's talk. I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown. Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that in the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself. Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Directorial override. Search for a way into the maintenance sector. Upgrade and unlock new abilities from the thingy. Board countermeasures are now available from the nearest control point. Weapon forms and mods can now be crafted at the nearest control point. Oh, good, crafting. The one thing I was missing. Okay. I guess that's what all the stuff I've been picking up is for anyway. What have we got here? Analysis of the Hiss threat, Part 1, confidential. Initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss have revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past weeks were not affected by this corruption. The only known exception to this fact is the new director, Jessie Faden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the Hiss. This could indicate that she has already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast to that of the other Hiss that I've dismissed the theory. My final observation comes from Ms. Faden herself. She was able to cleanse material and organisms of the Hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a Hiss-corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seems to kill the host. Perhaps the host's physiology becomes reliant on the Hiss? More work to be done. Refer to file redacted for full report. Okay. Okay, that's the radio thing, and board countermeasures. I think we're getting side quests. I think that's what that is. Directorial override. Internal lockdown and emergency security measure is stopping Jessie from looking for Trench's missing management team in the other sectors. Jessie sets out to enter the maintenance sector to find the directorial override and lift the internal lockdown. You're the only person who is not a big fan of crafting? No, not at all. It's a bit of a pet peeve of mine that virtually every AAA game that comes out these days has crafting shoehorned into it.
Hi, Jessie.
There's nothing new to ask.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon. Just let me know. Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
Wouldn't call that singing.
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
They're saying Trench was shot dead. The situation's getting worse.
I saw Trench and Darling a couple weeks ago. Trench was furious. You don't think Darling...
Time to work. Beat me into maintenance.
Okay. Let's have a look at the, before we go any further, let's look at the, whatchamacallit, assets, missions. Oh, no, you've got to go to the thing to do it, haven't you? That's right. Abilities, right. We got stuff here, so let's see. Plus 25% launch damage. Sure, let's have that. More health is always good. You can never go wrong with that. Not enough ability points. Okay, I've got how many left? 2. Could get launch 2, or I could get melee and energy. Let's get all 4. Let's get all 4 of the starting ones. Additional weapon form slot. Hurrah. Jolly good.
We've never recorded any distance.
Astral construct. Weapon forms. Construct shatter. Shatter has a high stopping power with a scatter shot. It's a shotgun. It's a shotgun. That's what it is. Okay, and mods. Right, I see what you mean. It isn't really crafting, is it? It's just you're effectively buying stuff with the currency that is the materials you pick up, right? That's what we're doing. It's been a really long assistant janitor interview, it has, hasn't it? As long as the game doesn't make you hoard desk fans for screws. Yeah. Dear. I can never look at a desk fan in the same way ever again after playing Fallout 4. Forever, it's changed me. Every time I see a desk fan now, in any game or in real life, a little voice in the back of my brain goes, "Ah, Fallout! Screws!" Let's see. Let's go back. Let's go weapon forms. Construct shatter. New weapon form constructed.
Obviously, you never read the P6 data.
Outfits? We only have that. Board countermeasures. The little challenges. Okay, kill host guards in the executive sector using spin. What the devil is spin? Shatter maneuvers. Kill enemies with the service weapon in shatter mode. Shatter hatchet burst will push them back how far? Charge mode. Kill enemies in the executive sector. Shatter. And this one. We can do those for now, at least. Executive sector. I think we're in the executive sector right now, aren't we? Why do I feel like I should probably be listening to these guys? Oh, yeah, sure, now stop talking. Executive affairs is this way. Alright. Where are you? Oh, someone's tidied up all the desks. I guess that would be the janitor. It makes about as much sense as it can to me. I see you're still here. For some reason it really has difficulty loading the texture for that painting. Oh, hello. We can get in this now. What do we have here? Agent death notification. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Potts, I regret to inform you that your son, Graham Potts, was killed in active duty this past week. While the details surrounding his death are classified, I am honoured to tell you that he died in the service of his country. You can be proud of his courage in the face of danger and his commitment to protecting our nation against her enemies. He will be remembered by his comrades and colleagues. I sincerely regret the pain this message will bring you. Take some solace in knowing that his sacrifice helped protect the country he loved so much. His effects will be returned to you with all speed. Sincerely yours, Howard J. Murray, Deputy Chief of Communications, Federal Bureau of Control. Yeah, we read a memo, didn't we, earlier, about what he was allowed to put in the letter and what he was allowed to not put in the letter. Weapon mod, energy renewal. Okay. Let's go with this. More shatter projectiles fired. How do we, Ah, that's how you do it. Whoa! I like that. What's this? This wasn't here before. Trench Bureau funding. To all executive staff, I know there is some concern regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget. So long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from scrutiny in many respects. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, then they will be granted by the US Treasury without question. The FBC is just another line in another spreadsheet that some lowly accountant won't even notice. Their eyes will skip over us as if we weren't even there. The nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. Regards, Zachariah Trench, Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. Oh, hello. That wasn't there before. Ah, it's a shortcut to the hotline thingy. And to the hotel, I suppose. Alright. You guys sitting here talking about Bethesda going bankrupt. What are you on? They're not going bankrupt any bloody time soon. What is going on here? Clearance level 4 required for that. Examination of paranatural topics, technological limitations of the oldest house. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our Bureau, but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any redacted signal. Radio waves are the only transmittable signals in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. If the power of collective unconscious is taken into account, it could be that certain pieces of technology are too new in the cultural zeitgeist, maybe, for the oldest house to redacted them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast a pace for the redacted to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Redacted agents have been injured by cell phones exploding in their pockets while entering the oldest house. Refer to file 419-1935 for full report. What is that? Well, I'm back in here again. More stuff I've missed. Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my ass off in the Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workplace shitter. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. D. Rodriguez. Don't you just hate it when your toilet goes walkabout? Zero expenditures. Major staffing, surveillance, redacted, data center initiative, construction, redacted. Minor, office equipment, janitorial costs, redacted, mold removal, HQ livability costs. For cost breakdown spreadsheet, see page 5. For 5-year comparison chart, see page 9. Okay, well, I guess we're you know what, honestly, actually, it's 6 minutes to 7, so I think I'm actually going to call it here. Sometimes I go a bit past that to like 7:30, but I feel like this is like a really, really good place to stop, because we're about to wander off down there and start whatever the next bit is in the maintenance sector.
What? We can't
So,
research sector until the internal lockdown is lifted.
And see what you can find around here. Computers, documents, any measuring devices you can find. Helping Pope is a surefire way to get on Darling's good side.
Anyway, yeah. So I think I'm going to call it here. I hope I can just drop a save, or it'll probably auto-save when I leave or something.
I heard the Hiss attack the power plant. Brings up a lot.
So yeah, thank you very much for watching, folks. I'm really enjoying this game. This game is so good. I still don't have much of a clue what the hell's going on, but that's intentional, really, isn't it? Lots of missing persons. Yeah, it's really good. This is yeah, I'm liking it a lot. I am liking this a lot. I will be playing this again on the stream, obviously. So I look forward to that. I will hopefully. I can never be totally sure these days, but hopefully I'll be streaming tomorrow, and tomorrow is going to be some more Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I think, is the plan for the moment. So more running around as a Viking tomorrow. And as I mentioned in the pre-stream bit, we did do an American Truck Simulator stream a couple of days ago. Or was it yesterday? I don't remember. Lockdown time, screwing with my head. But anyway, we did an American Truck Simulator stream, and that one's not gone on YouTube because basically next time next time I stream Truck Simulator, we need to make a rule that we don't talk about either politics or COVID, and then I think we'll be fine. So you can still watch it on Twitch if you're desperately curious. But aside from that, I did really enjoy that stream because it was a really good sort of Q&A format. I just drive along we go on a road trip in the truck. We drive around, and you guys in the chat can ask me any old questions you like about any subject you like, except unless it's COVID or politics, you know. So I'll be doing one of those again soon as well at some point. I'm kind of thinking maybe in my head we could do like a trucking stream once a week where we just drive around and talk about random nonsense, because I really enjoyed doing that, actually. So that will be a thing coming up too, as well as you know, guys, I have a huge list of games at the moment that I want to get through. The next one is going to be on YouTube. My next YouTube series I'm going to launch relatively soon, once I've got some of it recorded, is Warhammer 40k Mechanicus. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be hitting YouTube relatively soon, I hope, as of the recording of this. So, yeah. Will I stream a bit of Flight Sim in the same vein? Maybe, but the problem I have at the minute, honestly, my computer's a bit too shit to run Microsoft Flight Sim properly, so Yeah. Still saving up for the new PC. When I get the new PC, we'll be able to run Flight Sim and it'll be glorious. But unfortunately, until then, it's a bit, yeah. So, yeah. Maybe Distant Worlds, yes. I need to figure out how the heck to play Distant Worlds, but yes, that's on the list, along with Dominions 5 as well. Tons and tons of stuff on the list. The list is as long as my arm, and I wish I could play it all at once, but I can't. So yeah. Regardless, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. If you've been watching on YouTube, thanks for tuning in. And have a good weekend, everybody. Bit of self-promotion in at the end. I have a Patreon if you wish to support either or both of my channels. It's patreon.com/SorcererDave, funnily enough. And I have a Twitter where I post updates for various things that are going on behind the scenes occasionally, and also just random musings, and I retweet silly, funny things. And I have an Instagram where I put all my 40k modelling and painting stuff. Well, most of it anyway. And if you do go on the Patreon, there's also a Discord you get access to as well. You only have to ever pay once to get in. Well, if you're on the Discord and are no longer a patron because you stop paying, you don't get kicked out. It's just to keep the trolls away, basically. It's you pay a toll to get in, and then once you're in for good. So if you fancy the idea of that, go ahead and throw me a buck on Patreon, and that'll get you into the Discord. So that's it, I think. Let's just go quickly see if there's somebody we can raid. I mean, it is a Saturday. You'd think there'd be someone live. Perfect. Variax is live and he's playing some Enderroll. We're going to go raid him. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I hope you had fun. I think he might have just gotten started as well, so that's perfect timing. All right. Cheers, my dears. I will see you hopefully tomorrow for some more Valhalla. And until then, have a good one. Toodaloo. Start raid. Do the countdown thing. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Cheers, my dears. See you next time.